What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Stu's Garage. Today is a good day. We're making good progress. As you can see here behind me, we've got the transmission mocked up. I solved the issue with the clutch fork not working properly with the bell housing and everything. So even though that's pretty proprietary to my situation, this could actually go on to help other folks with their builds, and I'll explain why in just a second. It's another 110 plus degree day in Stu's Garage, and we got a little bit of cooling going on in here that helps the situation a little bit, but still pretty nasty in here. But anyways, so what we've got here is the 5.0 Fox body style clutch fork. As far as the V8 Mustangs go, you've got three different types of clutch fork. There's the 5.0 style, which is what you have here. There's the 5.0 SN95 style, which is what I'm using. And then there's the 4.6 style, which is exactly the same as the one that I'm using, except it's got extra weights added to it. I don't know if there's a difference between these clutch forks and the ones used on the V6 cars, but it should be the same. I just can't confirm that. So anyways, the difference, since it's already in the car, I'm not going to take it back out, but I do have a picture which I'll show you. The difference between this clutch fork and the 5.0 SN95 clutch fork that I'm using is it's actually longer on both sides. So the SN95 clutch fork comes out to about here on this side, and then it also adds about another inch or so on this side. And that really makes a huge difference when it comes to the geometry and the pivoting and all of that stuff of the clutch fork. Initially, my plan was to just add material over to this side to make it reach the bell housing. That didn't account for this side, and then when I put the thing on, it wouldn't slide back and forth. And that's just because the geometry is all wrong for this one. And the reason this is actually going to help other builds is because if you're doing a 4.6 swap on your car, or even a Coyote swap, and you find yourself doing a similar cable style setup, you're going to run into the same issue. So just know that depending on the bell housing that you use, you're probably going to end up having to use a longer 5.0 style clutch fork. And I believe that the 5.0 style and the 4.6 style are interchangeable. I don't really know what those extra weights do on there, but literally, like the section right here to right here, if you flip it on the back side, this is hollow. On the 4.6 fork, there's just these big giant metal plates sitting in here right here. So that's that. So if we go ahead and hop in the engine bay to look at how we've got the transmission set up. Alright, this is roughly in the location that it's going to be sitting in. It might be a ½ inch or so to the left or to the right. You know, it may be slightly canted, and it may be an inch off forwards or backwards, but it's generally going to sit right here. And I'll go ahead and show you what my concern was, and still is a little bit, but it's not going to be a huge problem for me. So as it sits right now, the clutch fork can articulate fully forwards and backwards. If this thing moves backwards anymore, you can see the clutch fork is going to be making contact with the body on the side there, and it won't be able to go all the way back. I can't push this thing with one hand, but basically, if it goes back any further than this, there's going to be clearance issues. Same thing if it moves to the left or the right at all. So all I really have to do is give this piece right here one good smack with the hammer, and it's going to have more than enough clearance that it needs. And that's pretty much it. I talked to a buddy of mine who did a 4.6 swap on his car using this clutch fork right here, and he didn't have any issues at all. So I may not need to do the clearance, but just to keep me from having to drop the motor in, pull the motor back out, and do the hokey pokey, I'm just gonna smack that with a hammer real quick, probably give myself about a ½ inch right there, and then I know that when I go to put the motor and everything in here, I only have to do it one time. So this was a really quick video, but I'm looking around Stu's Garage, and there's really nothing else for me to share today. I'm not going to be able to work on this anymore today, but next video you see me working on this car, I will be dropping the engine in, and that's really exciting. Next up, you're going to see a video from my weekend over at Team Vibes Drift Nirvana with Swing Set LLC. That was really awesome, but since this is such a quick and easy video, I'm going to go ahead and put this one out first. But yeah, that's pretty much it, folks. We're moving right along in here. So thanks for watching. Catch you guys next time. See ya.